On an island in the Mirabelle Palace garden lived 13 stone dwarves, not counting the 2 guarding the footbridge. The third from the right looks like my father. Though I have left wishes everywhere with a penny in the eye of the Kapunzenberg wall, I turned around the pivot of the turning world. There are things I have stolen, some with great shame. Pink granite from the walkways of Peterhof, quartz from the sugar paths of Catherine the Great, a soft little stone from an Auschwitz lane. My father's glasses, smudged with the final salt. 5 cherry tomatoes disappeared from the blue bowl when no one was in the room. Thighs of a lover, a mouth. Stowed in my pocket, a petal from the garland of Miłosz marble tomb. There is nothing abstract about my hands. When I was finally left alone with them, the dwarves began to move, pockmarked in frangible, sly way. Ever so softly shifting positions without shifting positions, the things people do when alone. Drinking from the spigot, mumbling eeny, meeny, miny, moe, blowing up balloons and letting them go, grand elocutions, rescuing a dead starfish by tossing it back to sea, arguing with the radio news, sniffing an onion for the rush of tears, eating from the fingers from the fork upside down, absently licking the blade of the knife. If everyone pilfered as I do, would there no longer be a world? Sliver of railroad tie, a blackened shard of Birkenau's chambers. The gaze of an icon during Orthodox prayer, cheer of the crowd on the Stadtplatz. It was a World Cup, the energy of thousands loosed on the air. I do stow things, too. On a tiny path in Mozart's woods, flute shop of Die Zauberflöte, I found a poem in multiple voices, and under a flat rock I hid it. It named the names, took up a secret public place. From an upstairs window of the Mirabelle Palace, Debussy rained from the fingers of a Russian pianist, higher than the patron's patterned ceiling, arched the dusky sky. In the courtyard stood a man without arms looking up. He took it, the resonance of the courtyard walls, and so did I. The rain was real, we drank and we bathed. Our hair was wet when it ended. From Mozart, I learned one requiem is all that is required. The stone-bronze dwarf in Mirabelle's garden was lent the demon spirit of my father, his dying wild hair. The forehead loomed. It burned and it cooled. On each dwarf's body I touched whatever protuberance or crevice beckoned. Tongue of the first, breast, cup of the hand, bent nose, terrible knot risen on the head, button, a swollen ear. When I came to my father, I touched the temples, the familiar nose. The garden had emptied. I touched the blank eyes. My lips took the forehead I kissed while he died and was dead.